koutou katoa, ko te koko o te tamatia toko maunga, ko o te karo, ko awa, ko Zealandia, toko waka. Ko te Waipōnamu, toko whenua, ko o te kahi toko iwi, ko Brighton toko hapu, ko Takawhā tako marae, ko Cathedral toko whare tūpuna, ko Banks toko whānau tuturu, ko Justine toko ingoa. Engari, i noko toro te kau, tau i noko ana ki tamaki makaurau. It's a privilege to be up here and to share the floor with the inspirational people that we've had here today already. Leading with moral purpose and reflecting critically on one's practice are two key areas I'd like to highlight this afternoon and share how I've taken action to address areas of practice in order to grow as a leader. Firstly, the need to be culturally responsive has been at the forefront of my mind. Last year, looking at the Napp curriculum, this was an area that I realised I needed support to develop. Over the 20 years so far in the primary sector, I believe I've always been inclusive of all learners. However, in the past 13 years in the communities in which I serve, while being very diverse, have not had high proportions of Māori or Pacifica learners. Therefore, I wanted to know more about how to be more responsive to the needs of learners, and specifically Māori. I explored opportunities to hear and reflect from the experiences of my fellow ākonga when we came together, and completed several training services webinars on Hikatea and Tāwhaiako to help me gain an understanding of the ministry strategy and implementation and on information on how to implement these. And while these avenues gave me strategies to be responsive, what I lacked was an understanding of a Māori perspective at a deeper level. So this urged me to take action, to know more, and the most powerful lever for me has been enrolling in the Te Ara Māori year-long course through the Te Wainanga of Aotearoa. Now I am gaining a greater appreciation and understanding of Te Ao and Te Kanga Māori, that I feel it's not just ticking the boxes in some ministry strategy. By having this experience to learn Māori intensively and as an aspiring principal means that I will be able to better serve and lead a future community with this rich understanding, especially in Auckland. Having an experience to learn about a culture outside your own is very humbling and rewarding. As a fifth generation New Zealander, I feel a greater connection with our unique dual heritage. Better still, I am not doing this alone, but with 3 other work colleagues. So together our collective knowledge will help grow our organisation and our community. Secondly, I'd like to highlight the power of being a confident, connected, actively involved 21st century leader. This means being engaged in the digital world, a digital resident and not just a digital visitor in order to learn. Being a connected leader means that I have a personal learning network of like-minded people that I'm able to get advice and learn from. The most powerful tool to enable this has been Twitter, which when I first joined, a bit of a geek, back in 2006 and 2007, was a great tool to highlight the integration of digital tools into my classroom and an authentic audience for my students. Then, in 2008, when I moved to a non-class-based leadership role as a DP, I wondered what I had to offer to the Twitter sphere, as I was no longer in the classroom to highlight and role model blended e-learning. So I was rather disconnected for some time. I just had the odd lurk every now and then, and without really being a contributor. However, during that last year, I soon realised that it is even more important as a leader for me to keep connected and know what is the latest best practice in order for me to influence staff and point them towards the great blogs, wikis, ideas and best practice that's out there. If you are on Twitter, I'd encourage you to participate, or lurk just to start with forums like EdChat New Zealand, where there is a weekly chat around topical issues that you can learn and engage with, or find out about when an EduCamp is happening in an area near you. Building a digital footprint to profile your leadership journey will be vitally important as evidence for future leadership roles that you will apply for. I urge you to embrace the PLN and My Portfolio space to document your Napp journey. this year and to consider how an online presence will play a role in attaining a future leadership role. It is through digital connections that I've found out about many face-to-face opportunities to grow and learn. While there are lots of organisations out there, I'd just like to promote Emerging Leaders Aotearoa, who hold a yearly unconference in April, and they hold Toomley Ignite evenings in most of the main centres. Emerging Leaders is a group that harnesses the collective power of the group in order to learn. So events grow and evolve based on the needs and strengths of those in the room, a lot like the Hui format as well. So each event is unique, powerful and enriching. From both of these points, my message to you is to participate and give it your all. Don't let culture or technology be a barrier to your leadership. Be the change you want to see and take a bias towards action. I'd like to finish with this whakatōpia. E hara, takatoa, I te toa, takitahi. E nare, e toa, takatine. Success is not the work of one, but the work of many. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.